Hello, my friend Fries and beautiful Ryes. Fries on Ryes here with another episode of the Let's Draw Together series. Last time we drew together, we tried to draw ourselves a dream house. Um, I don't know what your dream house looks like, but I'm hoping to see them someday. Today, we are going to be drawing ourselves an island. Um, Maybe a dream island, whatever island that you want to draw. Uh, for my purposes, I am going to be drawing an island that Fries on Rice is going to work with uh, a community to try to build um, another community that is able to pay off debts of different countries and stuff. So I think it'll be a fun project. This is going to be for a comic book, so it's not like it's going to be a real project, but it'll be fun to work on while we work on it. To start off, let's write down ourselves some layers. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not sure what kind of island that we want to do. We could do two types of islands that I'm aware of right now, at least. One, something in the future that gets formed on Earth, or two, something we find on another planet that we find is inhabitable for humans. For now, I think it would be great to have a volcano on the island, so we will draw ourselves a small point here where volcano island, the volcano part of the island, and we want to be some sort of a mountain. So, um, maybe something like that. And a little underneath the mountain, maybe we can add some foresty areas. And then some beachy areas. But maybe I want the forest to be a little high, so it's still a little on the mountain. And it gets down low. Okay, and then we'll have some sort of a beach. Let's see. This looks small for an island, which isn't bad. Um, Let's try to add some color to this. Some green maybe for some trees. This volcano hasn't been active in a while. I can tell because there's trees formed all around this area. Um, we want one main island or one main city where people are living with and interacting. So I think that will be around this open area here. Now, I don't know how big I want that volcano lava pit area to be because if I want that area to be the size of a Walmart, for example, this is a pretty small island that can inhabit a lot of people. Now, some things I want on the island. Let's move over here. We'll write down a list. Okay. So first, we want the focus of this island to be something that we do for our Fries on Ryes comic book. So we'll write down comic and things we want to do. We want a restaurant in here. And to have the restaurant, we're going to need wheat farms and potato farms. Potato. That's close enough. Um, we're gonna get imported stuff and we're gonna export stuff too. So maybe the export can be stuff from the island that we find. Alright, we'll write down import, things we need to import, and things we export. We want to import fruits. Maybe we'll export some fruits, something that's unique to this island, and that way we can spread the fruit and someone can help find a way to make it grow more. It'd be unfortunate if someone else made money off of it, but we're not too worried about that because this island, we'll just say, was given to us. We won a lottery and we get to hang out on the island with a few other people and just make our dreams come true basically. While we're making our dreams come true, we can help relieve debt from different places because I know debt's a huge problem that a lot of people have. Um, Now, by we, I do mean the comic book characters, but I think it'd be a fun place to live in. We can export glass because there's a volcanic island. Maybe we'll find a lot of glass, like obsidian. Um, we can import metals. We'll use the metals on the island. We'll try not to do that. We'll need to import oil. It's going to be expensive. We'll need veggies. We'll have our own farms on the island because other people will have dreams too. So we'll have, let's see. In order for society to function, we need food. We need entertainment. We also need housing, water, electricity nowadays. We can do solar or wind farm. Maybe we can do both on the island. Mm, we need to eat, sleep. We need plumbing. Oh man, this project is going to be something else. I don't think we need to have all of it organized for a comic book because it'll be iceberg material. But having the iceberg material, I think, will help build the world as we're going, so we have less reasons, less things to think about as we're doing things, less plot holes, hopefully. Okay, so oh, you know what? I have a different restaurant that I want to make. I wanted to call it National Nuggets. It's a terrible name, but I thought it was a funny competitor for Fries on Ryes, which is supposed to be a vegetarian company. Um, and National Nuggets is basically a place where you can get like chicken nuggets, but in all forms of different meats. So you can have like beef nuggets, meatballs, sausages, uh, alligator meat, turkey, turkey balls, just a bunch of different meats without bones, um, for people to try out. And I think that would be a pretty fun one. Not all, you can't get all meats everywhere, but some places have excess of meat, and some places don't have any meat. And I was just thinking like, oh, well, this place specializes in collecting all the meat for people to try out. So instead of a vegetarian restaurant, it's a meatitarian restaurant. So I'll write down some kind of meats that we can get. So this is gonna be for the island. This is things the island imports and then exports. So things on the island. So there's gonna be glass on the island, glass making. Mm. We want to bring cows to the island. chickens. We'll say we import meats until we can be self-sustaining. But are we self-sustaining? We have to be self-sustainable. But we can't grow every veggie and we can't grow every fruit. We can't farm every animal because that'll take up a lot of natural resources and it'll destroy a lot of the island. So we're trying not to do that. I mean, we're destroying the island by farming for the metals and glass, but we're not taking things off the island per se, and we're trying to live off the island as best as we can. Okay, so I've heard of gator meat. I don't know if I would try it or not. I might. Cows, chickens. We need sheep. Maybe we can use their wool. Goats are pretty cool. I don't know what their purpose would be on the island. A separate source of milk in case people don't like cow milk? I don't know. We'll want to import turkey meat. I think Thanksgiving will probably still be around. Or I think they changed it now to. I forgot what it was. Okay. Um, we want to export wheat and potatoes. We want to have an excess of wheat and potatoes. And part of helping people resolve their debt is also giving them food too, so they don't have to worry about monies. Maybe we can export for cheap, just give away the food to places that can donate it. I don't know. Um, let's go back to our island. We want to make a city. We'll just mark the places that we want things to be. So we'll just say there's a glass mine here. We'll say there's. I don't know if there's volcanic ore. That's some research that I'm going to have to do. So I'll just put down mines instead of ore. Maybe there's diamonds there or something. And this could be where there's a bunch of cooldown obsidian or something. I like obsidian. We'll say town is here. We've got. We'll just say the port was here. We've got. Farmland here. And we'll say ranches are over here. What else would we need? We'll have little settlements because I know people want to live in different parts of the island. So let's just say we'll have. The goal is not to uh, settle the north part of the island because that volcano is active and pouring out that way, I'm guessing, or something like that. Maybe there's another volcano somewhere here that wants to burst open that we're aware of but haven't been able to do anything about. And then there's going to be roads. So we'll just say this. Maybe we can have a military base here somewhere too, just for security and helping out the island, being the police force, and that can't go wrong, right? We've got. These are the most inefficient roads I've ever seen. There's no reason for the material to go from the glass place to the mines, and no reason for the mines to bring material to the glass mines. We'll just say that we made a volcano, a power source using the volcano. We get batteries that we power up over here and then we bring them down. And the only way up is this way, I guess. We'll just say this is one of the shortest paths to the battery facility, the battery plant. And then there can be some other roads that lead from the ranch to the farmland and maybe connecting these. Or maybe not that. Maybe. There we go. Maybe a base on the west side. How about instead of a military base, it's a research lab? The lab works with some of the glass. We'll just have a little path going there. And then we'll have the road coming here on the beachy area where it's faster to travel and less construction was necessary. We'll just say that. Although we should have in case the tides. I should have made this island way bigger. It's, let's see if we can make it bigger. Let's see. Let's merge these. No, I don't think we need to merge. Let's try this. Aha, it worked. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's make it fit the page. That way, when we come back to this later, we can draw our little settlement and everything. The bigger I make the island on the paper, it makes it feel like the lava is bigger. The center of the volcano. Let's go back to the outline layer. Rid of this. We made a weird shape with the volcano. I think the center of the volcano can be here, yeah. I'll have to look at a map and see how big mining facilities are, and I don't know how we're supposed to be gathering glass, but I'll figure that out. It's supposed to be for a fantasy comic book anyway, somewhere in the future where things aren't the same. There's science and all kinds of science advancement that make some things look like magic. So we'll see. But for now, thank you all for stopping by for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, Let me know what you were drawing along the way, what kind of things you decide to do with your island, or maybe if you had bigger dreams, you decide to do a whole continent. What kind of places you decide to draw on there, what kind of plans you made for it. Just let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. If you think someone else will enjoy the video, give us a share. And if you want to see more content like this, please let us know what you liked about the content, what you like to see more. But also give us a subscribe. Thank you so much for now. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.